makes me a feminist also, because
we like male feminists.
This woman really suffered and prevailed. Without a man in her life, bringing about, taking care of 7 of her biological children. And then at a point we had almost about 20 people in our house. Wow. From her siblings' children to other children from outside.
So apart from your mother's 7 biological children, she was taking care of and raising 20 other people.
Exactly. And I asked myself how she did that. I really don't know where she got the energy, and then how she was also able to bring us all up.
So what was it like growing up in an environment like that?
It was like, until now I call her auntie. Because when I grew up, I saw many people and they call her auntie. So hearing that they were calling her auntie, though it's your mother, you fall into the path of also calling her auntie. Yeah, and it was like everybody is your brother, everybody is your sister, everybody is your relative. And if I didn't wash my things, like my singlet, my school uniform, she will not allow anybody saying the person didn't come from the family, or it's not your sister or whatever, a maid or whatever should go and wash your clothes. No. Everybody would do whatever each and every one of us had to do. If my duty was to clean the hall, it was my duty to clean the hall. And she normally would say, I won't build other people's children's up and let you become a spoiled child. And I really,
very wise woman.
Yeah. So we all had everything to do. We were all treated equally in the house.
Where did you grow up?
I grew up in Kumasi.
Oh. Yeah, Kumasianos will be excited today.
Kumasi, NTCR or 308 Fantinu Town. We call it New Town of Registry Road, NT, or whatever. I've forgotten the house number. Then later we came to Asafo, NH 93 or 63, yeah. Okay. And so Fantinu Town, Asafo boy, and then went to University Primary in Opokwari. Okay. And then
so you're a Kumasi boy through and through.
Through and through. Just I didn't do university.
Let's tease the Prempeh boys.
Prempeh boys. So Bilu and the rest, they always know that we stand out. And there is no school. There is no school in Ghana apart from Opokwari. Prempeh guys know that. They really know it.
And what was it like growing up in Kumasi? I mean, we've spoken a little bit about auntie, if I can call her that.
Yeah, please do.
You know, of blessed memory and the kinds of values she instilled in you, your 6 other biological siblings, and the many other people she was taking care of. But Kumasi in itself, as a young boy growing up to become a young man, what was it like growing up in Kumasi?
When you take Kumasi, you find that you have a place like Amakom, which was close to Asafo, and you have these Asafo Jama guys, and you have the Bunka boys, all one way or the other. I would say not radical, but have their youthful exuberance and seeking to push their way through. Most often, you would want not to get so close if you're a timid boy, or say you're a mommy's boy.
Because they'll intimidate you.
Exactly. Auntie normally would push us to the Catholic Church every Sunday, every time. And some of us were even taken care of by the Roman Catholic priest. We get clothing, we got materials like books and the rest from them. At times she would go and do a selection and bring it to us in the house. So basically that is how it was. And then when growing up too, we had the chance also to benefit from what she was doing, like being in a distributor for Unilever.
Okay.
So we shared together with her what she did in Adum in doing all these. Through this, I acquired a fridge, and then I was able to pick up Pocky from Trial Carriage, the then company. So I would go. She had a car, a BMW. I picked the car, went to Trial Carriage, even whilst I was in sixth form. Took it and then brought it to Adum, put it in the fridge. And fortunately, we had these people coming from Cote d'Ivoire. And they would always stop, or mostly stop in front of our house, which was on the main road.
So these were people, they were coming in the buses, I'm
Yes,
sure.
yes. It is the ECOWAS something. They come from one French country to the other, sometimes from Burkina. Yeah. And I loved French. I loved languages. So I would take the 2x4 French that I had, go to them, and actually try to interact with them. And sometimes bring them water, and then they would send me to do 1 or 2 for them. So I had these interactions with them. Then I found 2 guys who had come from the western region, Okonkran, and they had practically nowhere to stay, but they had come to these French guys also to sell 1 or 2. In the evening when the bus had left, I found out that they had nowhere to go. I asked my mother if I could bring them home, and then she said yes. I brought them to the house, and she actually accepted them. Though they didn't sleep in the rooms with us, there was a veranda where they felt very comfortable because there were nets and everything. They're very comfortable to stay and to sleep there. Growing up in Kumasi, I had a chance also to join a group called Sorem.
Sorem?
Yeah, Sorem. It was a group of young guys, and it was all because I think sometimes when certain groups of people are around us that are radical, we should thank God, because for me, it has helped me because I feared some of these, I took solace in a more comfortable group. And Sorem was led by Owusidako, also in Opakwari, who was an SP and school prefect. It brought us all together during vacations. And vacations, you'll find us go into places like Yasantua to come for a week or 2 and to pray, whatever prayer we needed to pray.
Yasantua, the school Yasantua.
The school Yasantua. We didn't attend Yasantua,
but you went there for vacation,
exactly.
Sort of like prayer camps.
Prayer camps, yeah.
Okay.
And that was all students, youth. We were all either in the sixth form, 1 or 2 in the university, even Form 1, Form 2, they could all join. But it was basically students seeking permission from parents to come together and to do this. And right from the camp meeting, we will go into some of these churches or deprived areas, churches that we called occultic churches those days, and try to, we had something we call violence. We go and tell them, because we are young guys, we knew how to sing. So we go and tell them we want to come and sing. And we will sing and sing and sing. And while singing, one of us will pop up and then start preaching.
What are some of the songs that you used to sing? Can you sing one for us?
I'll remember it and sing it. Somebody's coming and it must be Jesus. Won't you let him in? Let him in today, to come in, to stay. Open up your heart and let the Lord come in. Then we go like, listen, 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 listen. Open up your heart and let the Lord come in. Let him in today, to come in, to stay. Open up your heart and let the Lord come in. Yeah, something like that.
So some of you would sing songs like this.
That's right.
And then that would open the way for the prayer to begin.
Exactly. For the word to come in from one of us. Yeah. Sometimes we were sacked. When they read behind our motive, they would sack us.
They would sack you.
But sometimes they accept, most often they accepted us and welcomed us, and we're very happy, especially when people found reason in the message we had brought.
So, growing up, I mean, this is Kumasi. At some point, you became an Opokuari boy. You're meeting all these people who are in transit, their travels. There's so much going on. At what point did you know that you wanted to go to Opokuari school?
My uncle, the Reverend Kingsley Apije, had gone to Opokuari, and I had seen them do something we call komso. And I loved the idea.
Opokuari boys.
and I loved traveling. Still, I love traveling, but I really wanted to get out there. Average Ghanaian youth. You want to get to the US, you want to get to Germany, you want to...
That was the dream.
That was the dream. So for me, I thought they had pumped the German blood in me. Or as a German, I really loved going, wanted to go to Germany. And thinking everything is so rosy out there. And when I saw the way he had come up, blossomed, and those days also that when the rest was also visiting because they were friends, that gave me the passion and the dream to sort of seek entrance into Opokuari School. Okay. Unfortunately, I got in there, and the first day I remember, he took me on campus to check if my name was on the notice board. And when I found my name, I just exclaimed, I belong to Opokuari now.
What did you study? What were some of the subjects you studied? Were you an art student? Were you a science student?
I did arts.
And what were your favorite subjects in school?
I loved government. I loved government.
Hence the diplomacy.
Maybe, but I loved arguing. I loved politics. I remember when there was one coup that came into the system, and me standing at the foyer.
What year was this?
80.
Okay.
82, 83. And then me standing in the foyer, you brought in the coup I talked about. I didn't want.
Yeah. The year will tell, though. If you know, you know.
Exactly. And then standing at the foyer and then arguing. I loved that. I loved arguing with a very good friend of mine, Dr. Mustafa, who is now in the US practicing. So government I felt like government was in the air.
What was it about government that made you so passionate?
The idea that it had a bit of a history of a nation, and you can learn and imbibe that in you and see the way that you can also maybe when you grow up to help.
Yeah, learn from the past for the future.
Exactly. And
but for colonization, we wouldn't have known government as we know it now.
Exactly.
It was really, really just thrust upon us. And we are still not finding our feet to compete globally, you see.
Talking about this makes me put my mind to my big brother. He's huge. I come after him, John. He's huge, and he loves wearing suits. So when he learned that I've been appointed the Honorary Consul of Botswana, he started sending me his suits. I said, John, these suits are too big. Then he said, oh, go and do alteration. So I said, me and my little sister, I said, now you have become the colonial master.
You see, by force, wear the suit.
Let me find my own suit, my brother. Then it will help. Yeah, it will go a long way.
Speaking about your big brother and your sister, what has your relationship been like with your siblings?
Oh,
so you have 6 siblings?
Yes.
What number are you?
4.
You're number 4.
Yeah.
Okay. So what has the relationship been like?
Auntie, as I would call her, would buy us, if it is white shirt, would buy white shirt minus 2 size, minus 2 size, minus 2 size. So everybody would practically be wearing the same. When it's getting to Christmas, we had a tailor called Giabo. So she would buy the stuff, same stuff, take it to Giabo and walk us all there to be measured. So when we were coming, we were like Chinese.
All in uniform.
So she did things that would sort of bring us together. I see the bond. And it amazes me that no matter the friction I have with my brother, when it comes to anything that will bring division, we all find a way to stop it. So in a way, we've been trained, or I am blessed to have siblings that do understand one another. We fight. We have serious confusion here and there, but not to the extent of breaking one another. Okay. Yeah, I am very, very happy about that.
That's beautiful. And you're in touch with each other even now.
My little sister, the last one, she's become like my mother now, almost every day. And if I don't pick the call, I'm in trouble. So we are very much in touch, very much in touch.
We spoke a lot about Auntie, and in the beginning, you mentioned that she was a single mother.
Yeah.
Where was your father, if you don't mind my asking?
You can ask. And it's because of my father that I want to be a feminist. He would go to Liberia and bring cars to Ghana and sell. I love him, he's my dad, but truth be told, he built me to love my mother. Yeah, and I love her, I cherish her very much. And I love my father too. Yeah.
I'm very humbled and grateful that you're speaking about this, because two things. A lot of us in Ghana, our culture doesn't allow us to talk about the negatives that we go through in life, especially not when it concerns things like our parents, domestic abuse. You never really know what someone is going through because we don't talk about these things. So thank you for sharing that. And secondly, a man, especially of your caliber, speaking about feminism the way you do and understanding what women go through, I want to thank you for that, because it's a huge conversation that we are constantly having. People are fighting us because they say, what more do women want? As far as people are concerned, girls are going to school. You find a man to marry you who has money, so why are you complaining? But there's so many things that women are going through, and I want to thank you.
I will add one. Men out there, what women want to know is, what women want men to understand is, we are equal. Do whatever. So we are all equal. Trying to understand a woman does not make you any inferior, does not make you any less of a man. Can you imagine the world without a woman? Can you imagine the world without a man? Meaning we are all equal, very, very well equal. I don't subscribe at all to the fact that women are any less. Just because the Bible said that, I don't subscribe to that. Pastors, theologians can say anything. Imams can say anything. Traditional leaders can say anything. Please look deep in yourself, and that is all women want. They don't want anything. They are not lording anything. When you say a woman lords over a man, we have different types of women. We have different types of men. When they talk too much with Beijing conference, we have different types of women. We have different types of men. We are all one in humanity.
Yeah.
That is all I see.
And that is what it is.
That's all I see.
That is what it is, And thank you once
You're
again.
welcome.
Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
But let's come back to family. Honorable, are you married?
Yes, I'm married.
Okay. What has marriage life been like for you? You have children as well?
Yeah, I have children.
Biological children, because I know you have a lot of children.
Yes, I have biological children.
Who are not biological children that you've raised and taken care of, but biological children, wife. What's family life like?
I have so many children. I have 3 girls. Yeah.
These are biological children?
Yeah, biological children.
Okay.
Yeah. And many others, married to one wife. Yeah, one wife. So these are basically the kids that I have, and I love them so much. When you take, for instance, the one in the middle, she gives me such. It's surprising. The first one is soft, hard but soft. The last one is hard but soft. The one in the middle is like auntie, I want to get what I want.
Yeah, middle children, we are like that. I am one.
And I really love it because She knows how to turn me, even when I don't have it. And when she pushes me, all my mind goes to is my father. So that pushes me also to make her feel she has a father. And I say she's my only girlfriend. She's my only and only girlfriend. And any boy that comes close must be very careful.
How old are your girls?
Hannah is 28, 29. Helga is 22.
Okay.
And Sabine is 15.
You have young women.
Yeah. Yeah, I have young women.
Well done.
Yeah.
Well done. But Honorable, at this point, I know you want to show me around the community. Before we start walking around, I just want to bring us back to the present. We've traveled across your life. Let's come to the present. So where we are now, in this community, how did you discover it? And what has your impact been in this place?
Thank you. We were asked one day or in life, we were always asked, or we've always been asked to do evangelism. And I used to stay at Tabora working at Osu at my travel agency. And it was about late in the night, 7 o'clock, when I thought I had waited for traffic to get down. Traveling from Osu to Tabora and taking through Accra, I saw under the shelter when it had drizzled that there were some people with their clothing, polythene bags standing under the shelter of this house where they have PEP, or they used to have PEP. I got very touched and very sad and very emotional. I don't know if this first day I stopped or it was the second time, but at a point I stopped, approached one and asked, "What are you doing here? Why? Why are you standing? Why are you not going home?" And they said, "This is our home. We have to wait till after the rain. Then we can put the cardboards down and sleep." And when you saw the floor, you realize that immediately they put the cardboards down, they would also get wet. That means they would have to wait and possibly not even lay down that night. So I went home the next day, gathered some blankets, and then I brought it to them. We had 1 or 2 talks, and then in church at House of Faith at Opera Square, the pastor was telling us to go out for evangelism in the neighborhood. So I said, "Oh, I have my catchment area already. Let me go there." I went, I spoke to them, and we all loved what we talked about. It turned out that when they were supposed to join the church, they were not appeased. They were not so much integrated in the church, because they didn't have what we call the Sunday dress. And when you give the Sunday dress to 2 weeks, 3 weeks time, it's like it's like the normal dress again.
That's a dress.
Exactly.
Because that's all they have.
Exactly. Yeah. So one of them said, "Why don't we do our own here on the pavement?" So then we talked to the pastor, and we started doing something like that on the pavement, sharing the gospel and going, sharing food. And then I realized that, in fact, down there, just a street below, was full of a settlement of destitutes, the disabled community who would bath on the street, and they would wait until shops are closed before they come to sleep, and they have to get away before the shops are opened. And a whole life community was down there. I was so shocked. I was so moved. I couldn't move away from these people. I got stuck to them. For some reason, I don't know. I got stuck to them. Even when we came to have our meetings, just the stench that would blow from the side, I asked myself, "What are you doing here?" But still, I felt always like connected to them. And then as we saw the rains disturbing, Charles said, he knows somebody at our center, let's go ask. And then we were given this place. So then anybody who wanted a place to sleep could stay here. And we could stay here also to have our meetings. So from we still have this satellite community and then support also at the Okanshi for the needy, for the destitute, for the crippled, whatever. Yeah, their community is there. And whilst we still meet also here because of the shelter we get here. So that is why and how we came here. Yeah. And we had a school here for the little children who were not attending school, so that they could also get themselves prepared, have interest in schooling, and then continue school, because many of the children are being born here and they need also to be educated. But unfortunately, it was torn down, it was broken down, and a new settlement has begun. Yeah,
wow, that's amazing. Okay, so Honorable Opare, we'll take a walk around. I know there are a lot of people who you've met and have had influence on in this community. We'll speak to one or two of them. But viewers, we're going to take a break. This is Diplomatic License on City TV. When we come back, we'll do a brief walk around this community here behind the Arts Center in Accra with Honorable Opare. And then we'll take a drive, because he likes road trips. We'll take a drive to his office, the consulate of Botswana to Ghana, and we'll talk about how he got into diplomacy.
Election 2020, Ghana makes a choice. Tracking and bringing you reports of the presidential and parliamentary campaigns across the length and breadth of this nation.
Analyzing campaign activities and election data with our panelists on the Voters' Diary.
The Voters' Diary is the most factual, instructive, and balanced election 2020 analysis program on television.
The Voters' Diary every weekday on City TV from 3 p.m. to 4 p.m.
Stay informed on all the relevant issues on election 2020.
Tune into the Voters' Diary. It's Ghana's choice.
City TV is live on DSTV. Go to channel 363. On GoTV, access City TV on channel 182. On a digital TV, please press the menu button on the remote control and run a new search on your TV. Take note that without an antenna, you cannot access City TV on your television. City TV can be accessed on a free-to-air digital box like the GoTV and StarTimes box. City TV, it's your world.
So this is your beloved Mensa Guinea. What happens here? Well, I see that everybody seems to be at home.
Yeah. Actually, it doesn't mean one is bad when you live here.
Okay.
Somewhere here.
Oh, hello. Welcome back to Diplomatic License on City TV. Again, my name is Apioko, and my guest on the show today is Honorable Thomas Opare, who is the Honorary Consul of Botswana to Ghana. And we're behind the Arts Center in a community, a slum area called Mensa Guinea, which happens to be extremely important, very dear to his, to Honorable's heart. And I mean, for many reasons, you've heard the conversation. And we're just trying to, like I promised you, get to experience the space, meet some of the people here whom Honorable has helped, supported, who have become family to him more or less. So that's what we're doing. So Honorable, yeah, sorry to have interrupted you, but so what are some of the things that go on here? Like I was saying, I see that everybody seems to be at home. So what happens here?
They really find this place as home.
Okay.
Because to the minds of many people, it's far better than where they're coming from. others running away, especially girls, sometimes from the north running away from early marriage and then seeking refuge here.
It's a big problem.
And having a way to really have their
So where do most of the people come from? Because I mean, you've spoken about girls from the north, but I'm hearing people speak Ga, people speak Ewe. Where do the people come from?
We have people from all walks of life in Ghana. We have people, girls settling here. They, of course, by the seaside, you see many of them. We have Ashantis, we have the people from Eastern region, from Voltarians are all here. It's a diverse, a big.
So it's basically just people looking for refuge.
Exactly.
People looking for greener pastures.
Yes.
They've all just met in this place,
for
and of
different
course,
reasons,
it's not what they expected to find.
Exactly. And Ima, this is Ima Apioko.
Hi, Ima.
Yes.
Okay, so this is your son, Ima.
Ima is one of my children here, my wonderful son.
Ima, I've heard a lot about you. Your father has been talking about you.
Really?
He said good things, so don't worry. But Ima, I hear you grew up here.
Yes.
So please tell us a little bit about what it was like growing up in Mensagin.
I think growing up here isn't easy, but to wrap it up, he has kept an eye on me, making me this churchy guy and other stuff. So yeah, that is one of the things that helped me.
What are some of the things that you are grateful for escaping?
Smoking off marijuana, yeah, I think that is one of the main things.
So do you have friends or even family who have fallen prey to some of these vices?
Friends?
Yes, or family people?
Sure, a lot.
So what has the journey been like? How old were you, Honorable? How old was he when you first met him here?
Ima was about 5 years.
And now how old are you? Oh, are you shy?
I know. Okay, I'm 27.
The girls are listening.
Yeah. So for 22 years.
Yeah.
And so what has happened? You've gone to school.
Yeah.
What are you doing now?
I'm now schooling at University of Education, pursuing accounting. Yes, in the 4th year.
Wow, final year.
Yes, please.
So when you look back at where you've come from and where you are now, how do you feel?
I'm very, very, very grateful.
So you're in your 4th year now, yes. Accounting. How's the course? So you're a shark, so...
No, not that. By God's grace, we are going to.
What other things are you interested in? Other activities, hobbies?
Okay, that is piano playing and singing.
Oh, I see. Then you sing. Daddy, Iman said he sing.
He has to sing.
Have you heard him sing before?
Yeah. At first I was kidding when I said I had not heard. He sings every time.
Yes, because Honorable told me I haven't heard him sing before.
Oh, seriously? Can you really sing? Are you sure?
Sing for us.
Okay, prove it.
Small.
Okay. There is this song that I love so much. Never fail me yet. Never fail me yet. Jesus Christ has never failed me yet. There's one thing that I know, everywhere I go, Jesus Christ has never failed me yet.
Oh, it's true.
What a voice! What a voice! What a voice!
I never
What a voice!
Oh, thank you.
So you sing in church, I'm sure. You minister.
Yes, please.
Hey, is some album coming out or something?
In the future,
Yeah.
we hope so.
Do it. Okay. Do it. But what has it been like growing up with Honorable Opare?
He's here, so.
He's looking at you if you say something I'm not supposed to say.
But I would say he's the one that has made me actually experience this fatherly love. So, yeah, it was mom and dad. There was a breakup. So.
But they both. So where are you originally from? The family.
Family this question.
It's a difficult question.
Seriously. Okay, so my dad is Wasa.
But were you born here at Mensagin? Yeah. Okay, so where did you come from?
We're then at Ashanti region, Kumasi.
Okay.
That was something.
Okay, so mommy and daddy brought the family here.
Mom and no.
Okay, mom and okay. So by then, mommy and daddy had split. So I'm sure mom was trying to make things better for their families. But how did you end up at Mensagin? Do you remember? Or based on what mom has told you, do you know how you ended up here?
I think I remember. Mom moved here because she thought coming here would rather help us. That is how we came here. And she actually came here to hustle for something.
Well, God bless her. So she still stays here?
No, she's now at Nkoko.
She's at Nkoko. Okay.
When the first destruction came, she then moved. Little did she know that there will be people coming back to
here.
settle.
Yeah. So this place was actually torn down at some point.
Yeah.
That was around which year?
That was 2014.
So fairly recent. I remember that because then the art center wanted to expand, and the Marine Drive conversation had begun.
Exactly.
But I mean, when people need to sleep, they find their way back.
Exactly.
There's a young lady, I know you've mentioned a number of different people, apart from you, Ima. Honorable has spoken about a number of other young people who is supported. Are some of them around?
Etonam.
Etonam, please come. You just came back from school. Okay.
That's my dancer.
Hey, so Etonam is there, so you're a singer, Etonam is there.
Corona students.
Etonam, how are you?
Fine, thank you. Well,
you're just coming from school.
Yes.
What school do you go to? Okay. So what form are you in?
Okay, Form 3.
How old are you?
16
You're 16. Okay. How is life generally?
Okay.
I know it's not that bad. I like you. You're a very optimistic young lady. Yeah, very optimistic young lady. But I'm asking because this is my first time coming to Mensagin. I've heard about it. I've never come here. And Honorable Opare, your daddy, has brought me here. We're from City TV, a show called Diplomatic License. And what we do is we talk to diplomats about what they are interested in. And when we asked him what he likes the most in life, he said this is a place that's dearest to his heart. Yes. So he brought us here. And so he mentioned that he has a lot of, daughters, sons. He mentioned Ima. And I said, I hope I meet one of his daughters because I'm a feminist and we must speak to one. So I'm glad to meet you. Thank you.
Nice to meet you.
So please come and visit us at City TV one of these days.
Okay,
and learn hard.
Okay, thank you.
It's very important. Learn very important. Is there anything you want to say? You're on national TV, in fact, international TV, DSTV channel 363. The whole of Africa is watching you. Online, people will watch. What do you want to say? Feel free.
Okay.
Are you shy?
Speak, why are you looking at me? Anything from your heart.
Anything from your heart.
Okay, tonight. Maybe.
Anything at all about your community, about yourself as a young lady, as a student. Elections are coming. Is there something you want to say to the government?
Anything, government. Okay, it's something to say. I want to tell the government to support us in education, improve education. Yeah.
Especially with the COVID time. How has it been?
Okay, we've not been familiar with this. It seems this is our first time experiencing this in COVID time.
The whole world is suffering. Don't worry, you're not alone.
And it seems we find it a little bit difficult, but
what's making it difficult?
yeah, because first we normally go to school at 6, close at home, and then we get time to learn. But now everything is limited. It seems it's very difficult for teachers to teach because the time is limited.
And you're still expected to perform. So you want the government to just look at the situation and do their best.
Yeah.
You're a smart young woman. I'm sure I'll see you again. You come on TV and dance for me.
Really?
Yeah, lucky I'm not asking you to dance now.
I've got an appointment. Take it.
Come and dance.
Okay. Okay. Thanks.
Thank you. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be leaving Mensa Guinea very soon. I mean, it was amazing enough speaking to Honorable Thomas Opare, but now speaking to his adopted children, Ima and Etonam, I am just full of gratitude. I'm humbled, and I'm grateful to see the kinds of things that he's doing. And I understand why he's passionate about this place, because there's a lot of talent here, there's a lot of intellect here, and people don't get to choose their destinies. So I'm grateful that I've met these young people. But we're going to go on a drive now. I did tell you that Honorable likes to drive, so we're going on a drive, and we're going to his office, the consulate of Botswana to Ghana, and we'll have more conversations on the way. Stay tuned. Welcome back. This is still Diplomatic License on City TV. My name is Apioko once again, and my guest for today is Honorable Thomas Opare, who's the Honorary Consul of Botswana to Ghana, and we've spoken about several things. He brought us to the Mensa Guinea community, which is behind the Art Center in Accra. Very special to him, and we've learned why. And now we're on a trip to his office, which is the Consulate of Botswana to Ghana. Honorable.
Thank you.
So since we're on a journey, I know you like road trips, and I'm sure at some point, maybe even next week, we'll do a road trip. But we have to say our goodbyes. But I want us to talk about your journey to diplomacy. Let's start from Opokuwari. So after Opokuwari, government was your favorite subject. You wanted to go down that route. What came next?
After sixth form, I did national service at Marikuma LA Primary.
Okay.
And
of course, I mean, if you did sixth form in those times, A-level, right?
Yeah.
Then your national service was immediately after.
Exactly.
Your A-level program.
Exactly. And then I went to, I left Accra, I left Kumasi, and came to be with my uncle here, and supported him in his business.
Okay. This is your mom's brother, or?
Yes, my mom's cousin's husband. So,
okay.
Yeah,
okay.
So they were living together here. Whilst the real auntie works at Food Distribution Corporation.
Okay.
Yeah. So we imported, he was importing fish and then selling it all over. So I came here to help him. And then when the season was over, I joined, I signed on to do the travel and tours, that is IATA UFTA standard level course. And then was working with Rapton Missionary Travel.
Rapton Missionary Travel.
Yes.
Okay.
Which
Still
is,
in Accra.
Yes. Which is a travel organization that had been incorporated all around the world to cater for missionaries who travel around the world and airline personnel to work on the various discounts that they might need for their travel. I specialized in that. And then in between, since I had the desire and with Opokuwari Comso and all those desire to travel, I worked my way also to travel to Germany, thinking that the buggers come to town.
Yeah, the big dream.
Yeah, big dream. They come with big shoes, big whatever.
So basically, through your national service, working with your uncle, and then the travel and tours, you saved money.
Yes,
so
that's
you
right.
could go to Germany.
Yeah, to visit actually, and to explore. And then I saw the opportunity given to me to understand that no, this is not a place to stay without proper documentation. This is not a place to stay looking for great opportunities. I think that when I come back home, I have rather bigger opportunities here.
Okay, so you spent how long in Germany in total?
Come and go 3 months here and there, altogether about 2 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
so when you finished your data processing course, then you decided that that's the end.
No,
you go where you need from Germany, and home is home.
Yeah, exactly. So then I decided to stay here and then do my travel business. And I rather found it very, very, very pleasant that the German community here welcomes you far more better than even in Germany. Because of maybe, I don't know for what reason, how we live there and how we present ourselves there. Because here, I am totally loved by the German community. Totally. Wherever I go and I speak a little German or whatever, you can see arms opened for you. And I love it. I love it. I really love it. There are opportunities here in Ghana. There are opportunities in Africa. And in reality, everything you pick up in Ghana, if you commit to it, you will succeed.
Right. That's
if you
true.
Really commit to it.
It will be difficult,
exactly.
but you will succeed.
Exactly. So I stand and I see that somebody has done plumbing work. Recently I heard somebody had done vulcanizing, has been able to save about 10,000 cedis. If you are in Ghana and you are able to save 10,000 cedis, and you go and give it to a connection man, who is not an embassy, who cannot give you a visa, then I don't know what is wrong with you, because in the future, you will still be able to make 10,000 cedis, add it up and multiply. And even the more you make the more 10,000 cedis, the more you get acquainted and conversant or master of your profession. Yeah. So to me, sometimes I think that we have a wildest dream, and the people that come from there, also sometimes, some of them do not tell us the truth.
Oh, a lot of them.
Yes, whether they've gone to steal cars, whether they've gone to rob somebody, whether they've gone to do stupid things, drugs or whatever to get their monies, only for us to look at the outward side and to be deceived and try to get into that position. You get there and you realize that it is not easy, and we cannot. So with this travel agency, I purpose myself to get committed to it. I decided to hit the German market, and also grew into a vehicle rental organization.
Okay.
Yeah. It is in this vehicle rental organization, and then also logistics to the oil companies, through which Aker Solutions came, Altus Intervention, and Aker QServe were all established in Ghana. So I was one of the leading people that brought these organizations also when the oil market opened up in Ghana. So, and it was all through travel agency. It was all through the vehicle rental. And in the same vein, one day 2 girls got a bit, not stranded, but needed a help in repayment of a vehicle they had rented. And the story was told in my office, and they came to see me that their credit card was not functioning. So I said, okay.
Were they Ghanaians?
No, that's what I'm coming to. So you can go. You're teaching me how to write a book. So.
Yes.
So I said, you can go and transfer the money, or next time when you are here. So these 2 personal ladies who had come with their high commissioner then left. And then subsequently came, and it was the preparation of the AU summit. subsequently came, and they came with the High Commissioner, and then finally they came with the President Mahai, His Excellency President Mahai. So we get closer and closer and closer. It so happened that Botswana had wanted to have an establishment in West Africa. So the deliberations went like Nigeria or Ghana. Nigeria or Ghana.
As usual.
Exactly.
When you talk about West Africa, it's Nigeria or Ghana.
Exactly.
Ghana and Nigeria.
Our big brothers managed to pull one faster on us, and Botswana, in their own wisdom, chose to have the embassy in Abuja. Of course, Nigeria, they are big brothers. So. Yeah. And then, whilst they at the same time loved Ghana, wanted to have a mission here. So then I saw the slots, we discussed it, and I could apply for it. It wasn't easy because there were other competitors, and me, who had never had any diplomatic line in my bloodline, still applying had this sort of discomfort. It was very slippery for me. But finally, it ended up that they have selected me, and they have chosen that I become the Honorary Consul of Botswana to Ghana.
That is something else. Okay, so viewers, I mean, a lot to take in. We're almost at the Honorary Consulate of Botswana to Ghana. We'll be there very shortly. And when we get there, we'll see the space, and then we wrap this up. This is Diplomatic License on City TV. So that was a lovely drive with Honorable Thomas Opare, who is, of course, Honorary Consul of Botswana to Ghana. We're at his office now, which most definitely is the Consulate of Botswana to Ghana in Teshinungwa. And that was a good ride.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah,
that was a really good ride. Good having you too. Thank you so much for spending the day with us. Next week we have more to do. Next week we have more to do. But it's been very eye-opening. Yeah. It's been very eye-opening, and thank you for taking us to Mensa, Guinea. It's always great to be in destitute communities because it reminds you of the privileges you have.
Exactly.
And, yes, and also the work that we have to do to make sure that people who live in those spaces we can pull them along so that we all move forward together. So thank you. So viewers, this has been the Diplomatic License on City TV. Once again, we've been speaking to Honorable Thomas Opare, who is the Honorary Consul of Botswana to Ghana. And I'm sure now you know the difference between an ambassador and a high commissioner and a consul, honorary consul, and what that all means. And we've seen some of the wonderful work he's doing, but we'll spend more time with him next week. I promise. And I won't tell you where we're going, what we're doing, but there are many parts to him. Look, he's a very interesting gentleman, and I'm very pleased to have met him. He's fast becoming a friend, and so next week we'll do some other things that he's interested in. We'll go to some other interesting places. Maybe have some food from Botswana. I'm hinting, you know how there has to be food when Apioko is there, right? So we'll do some of that. Stay tuned. Thank you very much for watching as always, and make sure you catch us next week. My name is Apioko Sarah Mashonga.